Episode 4 of our Design Academy series, we are going to be talking about layers. Layers are an organizational tool within Adobe Illustrator, and they're helpful for grouping certain parts of your artwork together. We'll find the Layers tab on the right side of your workspace here. If you don't see it, you can go to the Window tab up top, and then just make sure that Layers is checked on. Now within the Layers tab, down here at the bottom, there is this little piece of paper looking icon, and if you go ahead and click that, it will create a new layer. Go ahead and do that twice to create a third layer here. Now, layers work on a stacking system, so any object that is on the top layer here will cover up the layers below it. Just to show this, let's go ahead and make a couple shapes. I'm going to go ahead and select layer 1, my bottom layer, and draw a rectangle here on my artboard. Go ahead and just make that a teal color for now. Then I will go to layer 2 and just go ahead and make a quick text. Let's go ahead and just type hello. Make this a bit bigger here. All right. And then on my top and third layer, I'm just going to go ahead and make a circle here. And we'll make that a third color. Let's just make it a teal green color here. All right. Now, as you can see, this top layer here is covering up both layers below it. If I do click and drag on the layer though, I can reorder its position. So let's go ahead and drag it between these two other layers. So now the circle is above the rectangle in the back on layer 1, but it is below my text here. Now I can start to work with this. Maybe I'm going to put it behind here, go back to layer 2 and just maybe put this in the circle, let's say. Now, a couple of important features in the Layer tab is the ability to toggle the visibility of a layer, as well as the ability to lock and unlock a layer. So by clicking these boxes, you can toggle these effects, and these can be really helpful for a variety of reasons. Just one quick example, maybe I want to work with the background without affecting my text that I had made here. So I can go ahead and lock that, and that way I can select these, drag them around without any fear of accidentally moving the text that I had created there. So we'll go ahead and put that back and then look at a quick real-world example of how you might be using layers in your designing. So here I've got a quick template that some of our student designers use when they are creating t-shirt mock-ups. I'm just going to go ahead and paste in a t-shirt that I had stored on my clipboard. And as you can see, I put this on the bottom layer, the t-shirt layer here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is lock that layer now, because when I'm putting my artwork into this mockup, I don't want to be moving the shirt around at all. Go over to this file now where I have my design. Go ahead and hit Command-C to copy that, and then Command-V over here in the artwork layer to paste that in. I can go ahead and move this around now without any fear of moving the t-shirt on accident, since that t-shirt is locked. Go ahead and expand this maybe. That looks good to me. Now, when I go ahead and send this to my actual client, I obviously will not want this pink template box here. And so what I can go ahead and do is go over to the Rules and Template layer here and just toggle that visibility off. And now I've got a clean workspace, and I can go ahead and send this to my client without them seeing my template. And then when I come back into work later, maybe I need to make some changes. This layer is still here, hasn't been deleted. I can just toggle that visibility back on and continue working. So that is just a quick overview of how layers work within Adobe Illustrator. As you start to use the program more, the layers should become pretty self-explanatory. They can be a bit of a weird concept if you've never used an Adobe program before, but if you have, these will probably look pretty similar to you, and even if you haven't, you'll definitely start to grasp them pretty quickly. In our next video, we'll actually start to dive into making some designs, and we'll be looking at some of the basic tools and functions within Adobe Illustrator.